So now let's get into kind of the weeds of a campaign. What does an influencer campaign entail? What does that look like? Well, first, we start with, if you're choosing to do your own influencer campaign, the number one is it's really important to understand, okay, what are your goals for working with influencers? Is your goal greater brand awareness, to increase awareness around your brand, around also a product launch? Is it content? Do you want to utilize influencers content for email marketing or for other types of marketing as well, that content? Or is it for just ultimately, like I said before, key conversations, stirring up engagement, stirring up, increased follower growth for your brand? Or is it all three of those or above? So it's really important to understand, okay, what are our goals? And the reason I say that is because then based on the goals, then you're able to pinpoint and determine, okay, what are the top metrics that we need to be paying attention to? What are the KPIs that we need to be paying attention to in order to determine if it's a successful campaign? Then the ultimate is you need to align with the correct partnerships, the correct influencers. Like I always say, not just any pretty face will do. It really goes into, you need to spend time in the data and the analytics of the influencers, really understanding who the influencer's audience is, so that when an influencer does approach you or you approach an influencer to pay them, you can determine if they're actually going to be worth the price tag or not. Then we've got ultimately, figuring out shipping logistics. That's really important. Which type of product are you going to use the influencers to promote? Not just any product. It's got to be, there's strategy behind that. Timing is also important as well. Then we've got the content creation, managing the influencers to really make sure that they're promoting the right type of promotional language. And then ultimately we've got analytics and reporting as well. These are the top 5 steps that really go into ultimately streamlining an influencer campaign to optimize at the end for greater results. So the first is preparation, the second is negotiations, the third is product delivery, the fourth is content creation, and then the fifth is implementation. Now I'm going to briefly walk you through each of these steps.